This is the Trusted Referral Network. We're a network of about 185 marketing services providers, small marketing services providers around the country and in Canada, who get together on a weekly basis. Of course, not all 185 of us get together, but it's a mix of members and guests. We usually have about this many folks, somewhere between 10 and 20. Looks like we have 14 right now. And the idea is we all have our niches, and our clients need more than what we ourselves can offer. And we'd like to help them out. So oftentimes we have opportunities to either subcontract work or refer business or collaborate in some other way. And also because we're all marketers, we understand each other's businesses better than the average Joe or a chiropractor or a doctor or a lawyer. And so we can really understand what differentiates one of us from another and how we might make a good referral. It's called the Trusted Referral Network. You'll note that on our website, which is directory, members can indicate if they pay a referral fee. And that now is only accessible to members if you log in. If you're not logged in, that won't show up. So why don't we get started? We have 15 minutes for our presenters. I'm going to kick off the clock. I'll set it at 15 minutes. You, Logan, can share your screen as you like. I'm also going to put it into a speaker view so that you get the full screen, as long as you're, while you're not sharing. So if everybody would go on to mute, because the speaker view triggers based on sound, that would be helpful, of course, except for Logan. And Logan, do you want to take, Logan and Karen, do you want to take questions during or wait, ask everybody to wait until the end, or do you want to have people enter their questions in the chat?
I think after would probably be the best to get the information out there, and then we can chat through various pieces.
Okay, so if people want to at least drop their questions in the chat, that shouldn't disturb or interrupt the flow, and we can go back to them, or you can just jot them down, of course. And since we have 15 minutes, shall I give you like a 5-minute warning when you have 5 minutes left?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, yeah. Let's go for it.
Great.
Take it.
Bam, on the clock. Cool. Thank you very much. So my name is Logan. I run the tech team at Union Resolute. We are a lead generation agency. We've been in the business for about 8 years. A backstory on us: we have spent a lot of time working on technographic data, intent data, various forms of trying to capture the kind of most granular firmographic and contact level data, all in the pursuit of generating leads by saying the right thing to the right person at the right time. Over the last couple of years, as GPT has kind of unfolded and these various large language models have come into the space, we have really been looking at AI in a way to do two things. One, deliver higher quality results for our clients. Also, tactically deliver operational value to our company. So try to reduce costs, increase efficiency, that kind of thing. Over the last 7 months, I'm sure many of you, if not all of you, have at least heard of, if not just played with, things like ChatGPT or these kinds of tools in the space. And so what we've been looking to do is, how can we deploy GPT and these other large language models in a way that can provide person outreach? There's two reasons for this. The obvious is, can we say, can we build messages that really, feel right to a particular prospect and drive that response? But on the other side, back in January, we built a proof of concept spam filter using some of the GPT tools and other models that are out there. And I have to think that a Google and a Microsoft with their thousands of engineers did the same thing. So we're really entering this time where sending hundreds of templated emails that are personalized, via like a name or a company name, we're seeing decreasing ability to get through spam filters and Gmail. All of these kinds of things are getting very aggressive and either blocking junk or putting it in like an updates or other or promotional folder. So what we set out to do was to build a tool that and then a services on top of that, if that's appropriate for our client, a tool that enables companies to build out 100% personalized outreach at scale and schedule that. So that's what we are doing now. That tool is called CallSign. It's by Union Resolute. And what we have done is simplified the ability for our users to train the algorithm on their company using their sales and marketing material or questionnaires, anything they have. A simple upload. I will show you this in a second. And so what that does is it allows us, if anybody's used GPT, you've seen I'm an AI model, I have a data cutoff of 2021, these kinds of things. We also see that these models have a hard time going to websites and getting relevant information. So on one side, we have the ability for our users to train the algorithms on their content and specific to their business and their value prop. And on the other side, we've built out a suite of microservices that essentially go out and gather information on the website, news, technology, particular guy, those kinds of things, as well as the prospect, all in the pursuit of building out 100% personalized and 100% individualized emails as a tool. So that's kind of how we see our mission. And I will go ahead and share my screen here. All right. Can I just get a thumbs up if somebody can see this?
Yep, we can see it.
Thank you. Okay. So just the process of, all right. Okay, cool. So the process of training the algorithm, it's for anybody who's messed around with the APIs and these kinds of things, all a user or an agency, whoever, needs to do in order to train our algorithm on your particular or your client's business. It's quite simple. We have a quick drag and drop. Instead of being a data scientist, all you got to be able to do is click and drag files from your file system right into a drag and drop folder. This system here, this is basically once the files are in there, we are able to train the algorithm on our particular, the particular company. It's going to learn the value prop and these kinds of things. Then from there, the second piece is we upload a list. So a list of people that can come from like a Zoom info or a CRM, anything like that. We're working on CRM integrations, which is coming soon. So we can see these are not real people, but these are real companies. And so when the list of people is imported, similar to our system learning about the value prop of a particular company, a user or client, it's doing the same thing for all the prospects. It's going to the website, it's pulling the information from that website, asking questions about it, understanding the value prop, all of that. What we then do is we create a playbook, which is a 10-step. It could be up to 10 steps. It doesn't need to be 10 steps, but up to 10 steps. A series of, if you've used GPT before, they could be considered prompts. Oh. Siri being Siri. So if you've ever used GPT, you've asked it a question, it gives you a response. What we've done is we've chained together a handful of different tools that can be, it could be, hey, for this first email, what I want you to do is I want you to go out to find the value prop of the prospect. I want you to relate that value prop to our value prop and then ask for a meeting. That could be one email. The second one could be find a case study on our website that's relevant and to this particular prospect based on recent news. Bam, something like that. A rep, an associate, or whoever can go ahead and come into the system, click generate selected, find the playbook they'd like to use. I'm not going to generate it now. I've already generated it. From there, our system is going to go create the email outreach. And we see, this is an example email. We can see this is for Ingram Micro. This is real news. Congratulations on Ingram Micro's recent achievement as a AWS Premier Tier Services Partner. So this is basically gone out, found something relevant. Then here we have it relating Union Resolute's value prop that it pulled out of the data, and related that to the particular piece of news that was found. And then it asked for a meeting. So that's one example. Some of the cool things that we have the ability to do, we have the ability, if the user does not like the particular message, they can just regenerate it. They can also edit it and save the draft. And then I'll just show this here. We're also able to schedule follow-up up to, based on a scheduling tool. So you could schedule 10 emails at a time. And that could be 20 weeks worth of B2B outreach. It's very powerful. And so our goal with the tool is to enable reps, enable teams to be able to, in the same time it would take you to write one nice personalized email, create 10 touches of personalized outreach, that we're seeing reply rates higher, click rates higher, as well as just not our deliverability is better, those kinds of things. The last thing I'll say, with the tool, we have the ability for all the normal marketing reporting when it comes to email, sent, open, click, replied, page views. We have our own analytics suite that does that. So, the last thing I'll say, we offer the tool as a SaaS product. We also offer services on top of that if somebody chooses to, somebody sees the value but doesn't want to use it themselves. That's where we are transitioning our services business to do, is to basically be on top of this tool. So that's what we've got. I'm going to go ahead and stop the share, and I can take any questions or feedback that you guys have.
Yeah, I have a question. So is your focus email as opposed to LinkedIn outreach?
So we are coming out with, we've basically, it's really easy to get a bunch of messages that bombed from connections, because we all have thousands of them in our inboxes now. And so we've been able to train algorithms on what not to say when it comes to connections and follow-up messages. We just have a little bit more testing, and that will be a widget in the system. But LinkedIn is a bit different in the sense that you don't schedule out, drip campaigns like you would in email. So that's all of it. That will all be available on the platform. But yeah, the kind of meat and potatoes of the tool is email.
And is that a change? Is that a switch? Or have you always been email focused?
Yeah, so we've been both. I think what we've seen is there's a lot of white space. We've improved our deliverability and our kind of the personalization so much that we're getting LinkedIn like results from email outreach, which it had been sliding towards LinkedIn for a long time. So I think it really comes down to the quality of the email is what people are looking for, and that's where we're able to deliver.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Mark.
So Logan, I never use a CRM, so I don't know what problem you're solving. Are you probably solving problems for people who are very big using CRMs. I don't use a CRM. I do everything by email. I don't know really exactly what it is that you're solving. What problems do you solve for
Yeah.
like a guy like me who doesn't know anything about your CRM?
Yeah. So there's a few things. So if there's a small company, right, like a founder, a single person who's trying to build a business, what we can enable is really high quality outreach at scale, right? So we are all in places, when we're building a business at that level that sales and outreach is something that we all know we should do more of. But don't necessarily have the time to do it. This enables a nice, organized, highly personalized, well done way of delivering that outreach. As we move into like the mid-sized companies, when they start to bring on sales teams, right? So you might have one or two people who are, or you have a marketing person who, is kind of responsible for that lead gen, but they don't know everything about the company, these kinds of things. It enables that kind of mid-sized company to kind of get that information from the top into the hands of their prospects without needing to spend tons and tons of time to train people on how to outreach the company. Then when you get to the large companies, then it's really, you've got business development reps, SDRs, who, are coming in, you're training them, you're putting them into the, wild. And how are they going to deliver that high quality outreach? So the common thread is how do we deliver high quality outreach to our cold prospects? But then as the company goes through the life cycle, or as you look through the different life cycles of stages of the life cycle of the company, the value of our tool becomes different because it depends on who's using that. And then our lead generation services on top of this are really, you just need more high qualified prospects, in your pipeline, and that's what we deliver.
Great. How do we connect then at that time? Do a demo or one-to-one, right? Will you put that information in the chat?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I've got a question. Logan, is this fully automated, like an AGI just takes over your browser and do the work?
So we want to make sure that we right size or kind of put in the right place how much is automated versus how much is kind of for watched by the human, right? And so we would never suggest somebody just close their eyes, click generate, and have all the emails get sent. What we say is have the robots do all the hard work, write it. Human can fine tune it, touch it up, and then get the messages out there. And so that's what we see the workflow is.
And then one last question. Sharon asks, are you comfortable sharing pricing information?
100%. So services are $17.95 a month, unlimited. We just max out the outreach as much as we possibly can. We have a per seat pricing at $99 a month. And we have, if it's over 10, if the company wants to use it themselves, over 10 seats, there's a discount. Year-long contracts, there's a discount as well. So, either we are really focused on right sizing this for whatever organization can use it.
So $17.95 is a full service, and then the $9.99 is just the platform itself.
99.
Sorry, $99. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. And put your contact information. Everybody should do this. Drop your contact information or your LinkedIn into the chat. And I will encourage everybody to download that at the end of the call. Well, thank you, Logan, and thank you, Karen. Feel free to hang out, and we're going to go around the table, or the virtual table, more or less in the order in which people showed up. And I'm going to drop that in the chat as soon as I can find it. Chat. If your name is not there, let me know. So I think we have, why don't we do like 2 minutes? That should give us all enough time. So we'll start with Michael Korn, then Russ, then Nathan. If everybody again would go on mute, that way I will again go to the speaker view, and the speaker, the presenter, will take on full screen for the recording. So Michael Korn, take it away.
Good afternoon. I am a sponsor and a visitor. I'm a financial advisor for business owners. Why am I here? Because the marketing media technology world is my niche. I was part of an agency many years ago for the first .com bubble, and I was the accidental business owner learning it all on the job. Now I help business owners deal with their financial planning issues.
Yeah, Michael, your audio is not very strong.
Because I'm lazy and just do it.
I'll put it on pause.
Sorry. This room doesn't have good audio. I'll shorten my pitch and redo. Takes a minute to recycle.
That's good.
And now
Much
you
better.
can hear me. Okay, much better.
Yep.
I won't be lazy next time.
Go
Bob
for it.
Doane is a financial advisor for business owners who put stuff off. Most people don't want to deal with the insurance, investments, retirement, exit planning, business continuity, buy-sell planning. All that stuff needs to be addressed, and we do that. Somebody have a question? I heard somebody was telling me a story about how he is in a lawsuit with his ex-partner's wife because his partner died. And his wife now owns the equity, and they don't want to give it up. And there's a big legal mess going on. And the only person who's going to make money on that is lawyers. And we help defray those issues. We deal with it in advance, business agreements. And I'll stop now before I go on and on. But that's what we do. If you need some help, I'm going to put my website up and take a look.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Now I can take my headphones off.
Yeah, Russ Bruzzano.
Good day to everyone. Russ Bruzzano, RGP Design. I'm a graphic designer, website designer. To basically do anything that you can print on as far as graphic design goes, from logos to brochures to posters to billboards to print ads, you name it. On the website, I do websites and web banners. Websites from design down to the completed, put you online and everything's working. Mostly I work in WordPress. However, I do write HTML and CSS should you know anybody that have the need. I work either directly with clients or through agencies. I have no problem being a freelancer or white labeled individual for somebody who wants me to work that way. So again, RGB Design Group, and I'm graphic designer and website designer. Thanks a lot, guys.
Based in Maryland, correct?
Delaware.
Delaware. Oh no. Okay, Delaware.
Exactly. That's what I said after I moved here. Oh no.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people confuse the small little states down there around Washington, D.C.
Delaware is only used for a transportation state. They pass through.
It's a pass-through state. Huh? It happens to be where our president's from, right?
You sneeze and you left the state,
Yeah, right. Thank you very much. Nathan Segal. Nathan, are you with us? Are you on mute?
Looks like he dropped.
He dropped. Okay, looks like he dropped. All right, Mark Herre.
I am Mark Herre, and I'm on mute, but I'm also in Salt Lake City, running a company called SEO Game. I love what I do to help digital marketers look good. I make them look good by helping them with websites that are their most difficult challenge. It could be a client that desperately needs to be number one. I offer 30-day test drives. I've been doing this for 27 years, so I put my money where my mouth is. I make the digital marketing agencies a lot of money. I hope that they make a lot of money. I help them, I coach them, and as well as fulfilling. We do a lot of things related to getting rankings number one on any website. And that just seems to be a skill set that I'm really good at with my 10,000 hours of also conducting keyword audits and market share reports, which basically is a ranking report. I can identify high ticket keywords in any website that sometimes get passed over by the digital marketer when they're explaining to their customers, hey, here are the keywords we're going after. I always know that there's always high ticket keywords underneath those. And we get those number one as, it's complimentary, of course. It's my services are just to make digital marketing looks good. Mark Herre, SEO game, performance-based SEO.
Thank you very much. And I noticed that your shirt matched your eye color exactly.
Well, it might match my new guns that I have in those profiles that you put up. I did the same service for $20, was it?
17.
17, yeah, that was great.
Unless their prices have gone up.
I like the outfits I get, and I took a lesson after you, and my family gets a good chuckle.
So that for anybody who's interested, it's called Try It On AI. All right, so Leslie Lawton, you're up.
Oh, I did it. Usually it takes me like 10 minutes to get off mute. This is great, vast technology improvement here. I'm a storyteller and sustainability branding specialist in the beautiful, sunny today, San Francisco Bay Area. I have experience in almost all business sectors going back, way back. From healthcare to hospitality, lots of hospitality, to retail to technology. I'm pouring all I've learned and done, including my life experience, into a niche in sustainability and social impact. More and more and more companies are scaling their sustainability actions. They're reporting. There's all kinds of marketing and creative work coming out of what's going on now. It had to happen. I think days and days of heavy breathing from Canada's forest fires is a good reminder of that. There's a lot going on, flooding in Vermont. Boy. So do you know any sustainability consultants, chief sustainability officers or directors, and CMOs that are tasked with telling these kinds of stories? It's a really important part of getting the word out. And even, if you've got to take flack, it's a very important part of speaking up and talking back. I believe these people in companies are feeling overwhelmed, frustrated, and compromised. And I'm here to help with that. Crafting sustainability communications truthfully and fearlessly.
Very good. Thank you so much. Okay. Stash Harrison, welcome back.
Hey, Michael. Yeah, it's been a while. Kind of disappeared for a bit and been busy building some cool new AI tools. So anyway, my name is Stash Harrison. I'm the CEO of Market Intent. We are a data analytics company. We've generated like tens of thousands of dashboards for individual brands and company, giving us a macro view on several industries. Anyway, we took that data. We can provide businesses with deep recommendation on how they can maximize, save, etc. And we are currently launching an automation tool, meaning this tool will now act on the information it's telling you what to do. An example of this would be optimize a website. Way we do this is, and this is one of the many agents we have built that essentially takes over your web browser and do the work as you just watch it. It does with your permission, like you would have to hit submit. But it kind of sounds a little ridiculous, but that's what we're doing. Mark, how my time, let's see, 45 seconds. Okay. Sorry, Michael, I would love to get your take on this, or maybe give a demo to hear what people have to say, because this thing is literally taking over your browser and doing a lot of work. An example of how we optimize a website is we would look at what your users are saying, comments, social, etc., and use those words to talk back in the website. Like, use that as keyword in the website messaging. So you're actually talking to your real users in their voice. Like if you're a surf shop and people use the word cool a lot, we would recommend your hero images speaks in this voice.
Right. Yeah. It would be great to have you do, if you want to do a demo as part of a showcase.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I would love the feedback from the group.
Sure. Go to the website, trustref.net, go to events, and then there's a sign up, a showcase sign up.
Didn't know that.
Yep. All right. Michael Toedman, welcome back.
Hi, it's been a long time. Nice to see everybody again. I'll keep this brief. My Soho Syndicate consultancy is primarily digital, commercial, and marketing media focused. Especially kind of the USP is Europe and Asia and international, because I spent 90% of my career working out of Europe and Asia, and just recently returned to the US in San Francisco, living in the Bay. Got here right before the pandemic, so I've only really experienced my return to the US over Zoom primarily in the last 3 years. But I've usually I have a portfolio of about 4 or 5 clients that I'm working with on market entry or revenue generation or some form of kind of commercial development. But over the last year and a half, especially, I've been working with a business called All Rights, which is a company that is doing film and TV licensing for streaming platforms and fast channels and other businesses that need content. Even Web3 businesses are kind of bringing in film and TV and kind of video content now. So we're in the business of licensing content to those types of companies. I'm still able to take on new projects, but All Rights has kept me pretty busy. So the main reason, Michael, you haven't seen me for a while is I've just been a little bit too focused on my main client, but good to be back and nice to see everybody again.
Great to have you. Is there any particular ask?
Sorry, say that again.
And do you have any particular ask of the group?
Yeah, I guess always interested, especially for potential opportunities where I can contribute on things that I've mentioned, and again, kind of digital, international, and I suppose to an extent B2B, because that's probably a lot of my background is B2B focused.
All right, and you're based in San Francisco?
Yeah, that's right.
That's what the outside
specifically Alameda, but I'm in San Francisco in the Bay.
Alameda. All right. Sharon Rahmanian.
Hi, Michael and everyone. I am the founder and CEO of OneSource Labs. As many of you know, we conduct all different types of user experience research, which is very different from market research, obviously. I've had my business for about 9 years now, working with major Fortune 500 companies, sometimes through their digital advertising agency of record, sometimes directly with them, enterprise companies across all different types of industries, starting from anything from automotive, going into health, medical, financial, e-commerce, all different types, B2B, B2C. One of the main differences is we always put the digital interface in front of the sample representation of the target audience, and we give them tasks to complete to see if they come across any issues, whether it's a mobile app they're using or a website or a complex software application. I'm gonna post my website and my LinkedIn in a sec, and you can see the different types of studies that we have conducted and a list of our clients. The types of the requests, as Michael mentioned, it would be great if anyone can refer me to a decision maker for a Fortune 500 company or digital advertising agencies.
Right. I have somebody who does UX design at Deloitte. I think I'm not sure if she's still there. Maybe not. I think she may have just left, but she does also work for larger companies, both inside and as an external consultant.
Deloitte
Okay.
Digital is actually one of my like I'm an approved vendor for Deloitte Digital, but the one in LA. So it could be if they're in a different location, I would love to meet with
Well,
them.
she was in New York. I don't know. It's service design for digital strategy and operations. I think it was Deloitte Digital. I'm not sure. Deloitte just says Deloitte. Okay. Let's see who is next. That should be Sam Liebowitz.
All right. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Good to see everybody. Am I the only one whose mouth is watering for Stash's croissants that he has like behind the screen there? I'm like, man, I'm like getting hungry. Okay, good. Not the only one. The Sam Liebowitz Talk Radio.nyc. We're an internet radio station. What's that, you say? Well, imagine your old-fashioned talk radio network where your favorite host would come on at a certain hour of the day and interview amazing guests and let you know about the latest trends in business, nonprofits, health and wellness, society and culture, personal and spiritual development. That's what we are, except we're not going to find us on the airwaves. We're online. We stream both audio and video out live. We record it while it's live, and then we put the recording out afterwards as the podcast. So we're kind of like podcast 5.0. We're a done-for-you solution for what I like to call knowledgepreneurs, people who make a living out of what's in between their ears. So I'd love to connect with people who are solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, small business owners who are typically coaches, consultants, speakers. First-time authors are great people for me to meet who've self-published their first book and they're looking for a platform to get the message out. Wonderful centers of influence are hybrid publishers who help people do that, business coaches who work with established businesses, and digital marketing agencies who don't do podcast production services. That's me, cool. And my information's in the chat already.
So there's a guy who gave a presentation at a networking group with a former CMO of InBev. He's actually, I think it's from Belgium. And he's now independent. He's written some books. He might be a good guy. Write down that.
Oh, thank you, Michael. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. And Kat Keenan just published a book. You know, she had to jump off, but might want to talk to her as well. CMO. Okay, Joanie Abraham.
Hi, everybody. I'm Joanie Abraham, as most of you know, coming to you from the Motor City. And we produce content for e-commerce and social media. And the focus is on entertainment and making it priced for daily use. But we've just added a new product to our offerings that I'm very excited about because my CFO is in New Delhi, where the heart of coders are, global heart of coders. And he has his own resources. And what we are going to be offering are NFTs to our clients, where we can provide them with as many NFTs as they would like for a yearly subscription of $1,000. We're trying to come up with a price point low enough to start this business rolling. The Vidbits, I think, are a little high priced for an untested product. So we're actually offering these NFTs to retailers to be able to use for promotional purposes. So we brand the NFTs with their logos. They're very distinctive looking, which come from us. We create a dashboard on their on their website, and they can give these NFTs away free to their customers. And you get an NFT for every product you buy. You buy a shirt and pants and a sweater, you get 3 NFTs, and then we'll be able to buy them back from you immediately. And, you know, let's say a shirt costs $450 and you would put it on sale for 50% off. We would give you that cash. Your NFT would be worth that cash, so that we don't have to discount the product, that we're giving you promotional value in these NFTs that you can hold on to. We can have contests where we have drawings, and at certain points, your NFT, if you hold on to it, may be worth $500. They pick out 100 that are worth $500. You can exchange them with friends. If you have Tommy Hilfiger NFTs and you want to trade them for Nautica NFTs, then you can do that. But what it does is it builds the brand community, because they now have a reason for their community to come together, and the NFTs have promotional value, so they don't have to discount the product so heavily. But I think it's a way for retailers to get into the game very easily, and we're giving them basically as many as they need for $1,000 a year. So I'm making a presentation, I think in next week or in 2 weeks, and I'll talk about this a little bit more. And I would love your input on it, because my whole approach is to figure out how to do it so that you're giving money back instead of discounting product.
Yeah, you're
And
up
I think,
on July 19th, so it's next week.
yeah, oh wow, Wednesday, yes. So to me, it gives the value, so much more value to the brand, that they don't have to get into that discounting recycle, but it also is a promotional value to keep you engaged in the brand and in the brand community.
Cool.
And if you know any retailers who would be, and we're going to be launching in time for the Christmas selling season. So if you'd like to know more about this, please let me know. We are trying to get this company off the ground, and we've got great products.
All right. Thank you. I'm looking forward to hearing more about it in next week. David Libby joined. David, are you with us? David?
Yep. Hey, Michael.
Thanks.
Sorry I'm late. Oh, there we go. Hey, everybody. I'm David Libby. Good to see everyone. Yeah, apologies for being late. Was on a client call that I was notified that I was having 1 minute before it happened. So that was fun. And so clients, we represent B2B technology companies, startups and mid-sized companies. The mid-sized folks, over 200, are fun because they've got so much going on, and they've got big marketing groups. So lots for us to do, and lots would be like public relations, content writing, analyst relations. Those are the kind of folks that we're looking to get connected to in like the AI sector or big data, cloud computing. So as you're moseying along and find someone who's a CMO or a VP of marketing, director of marketing, and there's some sort of intent, they're looking for someone to do writing, content writing, or public relations, feel free to give me a shout out. We do pay a nice referral fee. It's 10% of the gross revenue of the account for a year. And these projects can be pretty lucrative. The hourly rate is pretty high, and the I mean, not to be gross, but it's a win-win for you and for me. So yeah, that's my spiel. Okay. And Michael's on I have a tab with Michael because he's Michael Bendit, referring business to us. So hopefully we'll be supporting.
So far, the checks have not bounced. So
checks have not bounced. No, the Zelle has not bounced.
Zelle has not bounced. Exactly.
So,
all right. Okay, Michael Korn. Good. He's heading out. Did I leave anybody off before I do my own little spiel? All right.
I just want to know what a check looks like.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't seen one of those in a while.
One way to throw away money is to buy checks, right?
Yeah. All right. So yeah, just to mention, I was in Scotland and England for 2 weeks, and I think I used a total of $200 in cash. Everything else was entirely credit card. I mean, you could buy, a croissant with a credit card. You could buy the same thing here, but it's just people want you to use your credit card. So my core business is software development resources. I'm an independent rep for small boutique software development teams. We do a lot of websites, mobile applications, e-commerce, and a lot of that is in partnership with agencies, similar to Mark Herre. So we're white labeling our services. And the reason is because we focus on the technical implementation. And that's usually part of a bigger project, right? Design, strategy, content, and we don't do that work. My teams focus on delivering the software to make it work, right? Whether that's built on WordPress or Magento or Shopify or built from scratch, can also be mobile. I'll tell you a bit about something that I'm working on right now. Simple product fix on a website, a company in the food space that's got a number of different brands. And they've got a product locator, so they pull data in from ISI and from whatever it's Nielsen, to basically know where their product is being sold around the country. And they use a tool, a third-party tool, for customers to locate where they can find that product or where it's selling. They've expanded their product line, and the other products are using a different tool, so they want to merge it. Something simple like that, it's probably going to be $500, but this is a client that is an agency, and we are nurturing the relationship. So we're happy to do those small projects with them. And hopefully they'll get more. It's a fairly big food company. They're trying to establish themselves as a player and a provider in that company. They've already got a strong relationship with somebody who's moved in, so hopefully we'll tag along. That's my time. We still have a few minutes left. I do want to share something with everyone, so I am going to, let's see.
Oh, wait, Michael, I have to remind people of this. This is important for your entire future. It's Amazon Prime Day. Buy something or they will blacklist you for life.
There you go. There you go.
And when they take over the world, you know you're screwed.
Yeah. It's today's Amazon Prime Day.
Yeah, I saw it earlier. Today and tomorrow.
All right. I'm going to share my screen.
Be careful with that Amazon Prime.
Why is that?
Somebody I know put something in their cart to wait for Amazon Prime, and on Amazon Prime Day it was $20 more.
Well, it's more.
You gotta know what you're shopping for. Don't assume it's on sale.
I just got an email or spam from Walmart. The amount of stuff they have on sale today to compete is ridiculous.
Yeah. It's a big sale fest. So the reason I have this up is because you will see over here, it's a widget that comes up when I go to LinkedIn. So I'm on Mark Herre's page on LinkedIn, and it is a widget that I have it's white labeled from a company called My Most Trusted. That's the tool. But I have a white labeled version for TRN. And it enables you to sort of take your LinkedIn contacts to the next level, right? Decide who do you really trust, who do you know really well, and you can actually make an introduction to. So I'm going to trust Mark Herre. First of all, you'll see Mark. I have information about Mark. It uses AI to figure out, what his personality is like. I could generate a message to Mark based on with a prompt. By the way, Mark, it says, I don't know if you're familiar with the DISC profile. You're in the D quadrant due to your assertive, direct approach to marketing and leadership. Who knows if it's true? But if I say I trust this person, and I could put in TRN, and I could put in SEO white labeling or something like that. SEO white labeling, and hit trust. It'll create a message, as you can see it here. Wait a minute. It should create a message. It's supposed to create a message that says, I am asking, or I'm just added you to my most trusted connections. I'm not sure why it didn't. I will maybe do this again.
Maybe Mark here has to be online for that to work.
No, he is it should show up. It looked like it almost did it.
It looked like something happened and then it didn't.
Something happened, then it died. Yeah, I mean, I said,
how do I get to this page?
So what you need to do, this is a this widget is a, what do they call it? A Google, you have to use Google Chrome. So it's a Chrome extension. And the way you get to or download the Chrome extension is you go to trustref.net supercharger. And the reason it's supercharger is called the TRN social networking supercharger. And you can download it, it's free, and gives you sort of that extra leg up on LinkedIn. You also will be, if you are a member, and everybody here is a member, you'll be in the Trusted Referral Network's member list, which gives you more access to other members as well. And so I've already designated everybody as a member. You could also make referrals and introductions. And when you do that through this system, it automatically creates a message that or a post that you could put out to say, I just introduced these two great people. So it helps with your LinkedIn as well. So a nice tool for Trusted Referral Network members. You could do it independently through My Most Trusted, but you might as well as a member of the Trusted Referral Network. If you do it through my version of it, I believe that's when you get the benefit of being one of the members of the Trusted Referral Network. So again, go to, I could give you this URL, but if it's trustref.net/supercharger, that's the way you'll get to this. Or you could just look it up on the Chrome Chrome Web Store and look up Social Networking Supercharger or TRN Supercharger. You should be able to find it. All right, I'm going to stop sharing. Absolutely. So going back into gallery mode. Thank you all for coming. We have a few minutes left. Any questions, comments? Don't forget to download now the chat. If you open up the chat window and click on the three dots on the bottom left, you'll be able to download the chat, save it to your computer.
Would you be able to share the URL that you just talked about, just so we don't?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the chat. It's with everyone. So it's www.trustref.net
I got it.
/supercharger. There you go. That will redirect you to the Chrome link that David just shared.
Thank you.
So, I mean, I don't know, several thousand connections, first level connections. And of course, I don't know most of them. So this is really for your trusted connections.
Wow, I've done it. I downloaded your Chrome
plugin, right?
Plugin, and I've got to play with it now.
Yeah, absolutely. Play with it, see how it works. You should be, Mark, you should see me, I guess, or I'm not sure if it works mutually. You're my trusted connection. I'm not sure if I'm yours. Yeah, if you go to my trusted connections,
here's what I do. I saw this, and then I go to Michael Bendit.
Yeah.
And then I go to here, and then
add to trusted connections, I think. Then if you go to me,
I have to get to you right here.
Yeah, I hear it. So there it goes. Now you go down, and it should say, "Ask." No. We're already trusted contacts.
Yeah,
because I've trusted you.
So the next thing is go towards.
Yeah, now you've already got a few. Me, I don't know why Nikki Marshall is a trusted connection of yours. I don't know if you know her. If not, you could always remove her.
Okay, so I just have to play with it. It seems like it's a new toy.
It's a new toy. I think you'll get a lot of benefit out of it.
Okay, I'll stop sharing my screen. Sorry about that, everyone.
No problem. Thank you all. It is top of the hour. Have a wonderful rest of the afternoon or evening. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.